care. So that's the new.
It asks if I want to consent to be recorded. I consent.
Oh, yes. Consent is very important here in the
Yes.
cavalry.
Especially these days.
Feels R-rated now all of a sudden.
Ooh. This will get the people in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jen brought lots of back-me-ups today.
I just have one, but it's a good one. I think. Maybe
Oh,
not.
wow.
Might suck.
Good.
It
Ours
might suck.
so we needed some good ones.
Yeah.
Well, mine's only exciting because it's fresh. It just happened last night, so.
Oh, good. Well, mine's from months ago, and it's it's been the backup topic for many episodes that I never got to, and now we're there.
It's the backup topic for backup.
Right.
You need backup on. It's the BB.
Well, I'm sure if you do this every single week, you probably got to start really digging for some past indiscretions.
Oh, yeah. Any regular listeners to the show must have been like, these guys are out of ideas.
Wait, that's me. I'm a regular listener.
Oh, yeah. So Christina. That's why you suggested coming back on. You're like, you guys sound like you could use a little boost.
It sounds like you could use 17 backups.
I know. I'm so embarrassed that I need so much backup that I always I'm talking.
Well, maybe we should just get to it since.
What about the pre-show banter? You guys, I know the formula of the show.
Well, okay, pre-show banter.
At least 17 minutes of pre-show banter.
Yeah, pre-show banter. What about introducing us and each other?
Oh yeah, well, what
I guess we could do that.
Us, because do you release this on your feed, or is this only for?
Oh yeah,
our
guys,
podcast?
Welcome to Jillin' Off with Christina Walkinshaw and Jen Murphy, and your special guest this week, the Cavalry Pod, with Andrew Slater and Johnny Beaner.
Wow.
Yes.
That was
Okay,
really
we've decided to call this
professional.
episode Cav'n Off because we're blending Jillin' Off with the Cavalry.
Right.
Cavalry.
Not to be confused with Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh. Cav'n Off.
You will be the judge of my.
Oh, I like that.
I feel like our backgrounds, people probably aren't watching this, but if they could, I feel like our backgrounds all describe our personality. Like Johnny's all books, Andrew's got family, Christina's got a party, and I've just got darkness.
You couldn't have been more wrong about Johnny.
I don't know him.
But no, you know why you were right? Is because that's not real.
He's trying to.
Our backgrounds describe our personalities and that it's fake.
Exactly.
Is Johnny one of those people who tries to convince people he reads a lot by putting way too many books?
Well, that's what I used to do in grade school. I pick up books from the library and just carry them around, but I never read them. I just kept them on my stack because I thought it looked cool.
Oh, I really don't want to give away the Easter egg, but I just leaned in to read.
And technically, that's not a party behind me. Those are still my Christmas decorations.
Ooh, wow.
You're one of those people that never.
It just makes my apartment so festive. I like them.
It does.
I think, Johnny, your family's card is still hanging there too, with all the other family cards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I get a lot of that. I get the family cards. Andrew, this year, I expect a family card from you.
We did not do a family card. Do you get the year? When do you have to start sending them out? Once you have kids, but you get that first year grace period because people are like, "Oh, newborn, they don't have time to get the card game together."
Well, there's quite a lot of people who send out cards with their pets. You don't always have to have kids.
Oh.
I was thinking of making one with vibrators, with like all my vibrators, and like from me and mine to you and yours.
Yeah.
Maybe I could put that on the mantle, but.
It would be great if you could make the card itself vibrate, like those.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
Sing a song.
That would be good.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Christina, you got to sell merch.
That's my new merch.
Sell merch, Christina. You got to sell merch. Johnny, you got to sell merch.
I know.
Don't I know it?
We've done a lot of episodes about merch.
I know. I listened to the hot sauce one. That's
yeah. Because
that was a very merch-heavy episode.
I'm glad
Dave Yates was heavy merch.
Dave Yates was heavy merch, but he inspired my friend Mike because what was John? It was Beaner's Beans.
Coffee.
And we couldn't figure out anything that rhymed with Slater, But then my buddy Mike texted me Slater's Taters, and I could sell potatoes on the road.
Oh, nice. Just a whole
And he's like, you
potato,
could
and then you're
carve-
gonna sign it.
Well, yeah, you could carve it or something. I don't know. We have to figure that part out. But potatoes, good markup on potatoes, I feel like.
What happens when they eat the potatoes? Now they don't have any like souvenir from your show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Resale.
They gotta come back.
They gotta come back.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's actually a good business design.
Yeah.
They could be in a monthly club. You get
Yeah,
deliveries
the
every
Tater
month.
Club, the Slater's
Yeah.
Taters, Taters of the month.
Subscription based.
Yeah, a box service. That's
I like it.
that comedians should start doing that instead of just selling merch. Sell them like subscription box services to bumper stickers that say "Who farted" and stuff. That would be great.
I'd buy it.
I would, yeah.
Oh man.
I just, you know what? Another callback. This is more pre-show banner since there were complaints. I wanted to get straight into the show, but Johnny, you know, remember we were talking about how you have a no soliciting sign, or you. I was
No,
saying
we
how-
have a post-it that we have taped to
Yeah.
our front door.
and how I was saying how it's like no soliciting signs are so like old fashioned, like because people don't do door to door. I literally just got hustled into a door to door salesman came, and now I'm subscribed to like fresh produce delivery from like farmers, nearby farmers.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
and Heidi
Cool.
pulled up as I was like finishing the transaction. I was like, God damn it, she saw. Because if it were reversed and she signed us up for something like that, I'd be like, what are you doing? This is a scam. There's just some person off the street and we were gonna buy their tomatoes. But now we're signed up, $34.
There's somebody in my building who has Blue Apron, but he's like never here or he's been gone forever. So then there's just always this Blue Apron box downstairs in the lobby for like 3 days. And I know there's perishables in there and it really creeps me out. We're just waiting for the
start
whole
taking
building.
it.
Just take it.
Just take it.
Huh.
Finally, somebody did put it outside the last 2 boxes. It just says take me. But if you put take me out on my block, it takes like 2 seconds. Like,
No, you should take it though.
Yeah.
you know, I'm too late though. I was too late both times. There was like a couple mayo packets last time.
We did Blue Apron a while ago, and that's the worst one because like they give you everything, but you have to like cut it and measure it and shit, and it's you might as well just
I
go
only did-
grocery shopping.
I only did it once, and it was a lot of work. I was like, this is not
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
You got to do Hello Fresh or whatever, where it's just you pop it open and microwave it or whatever.
So they're like Hungry Man dinners.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Why are they reinventing the wheel? They already came up with this. 30
It's gonna
years
come
ago.
full circle, and it's gonna go right back to like Michelena's and like Hungry Man, Lean Cuisine.
Yeah.
It's gonna go
Lean
right back to
cuisines.
that.
Yeah, subscription-based Hungry Man.
Yeah, I can't wait for my Salisbury steak.
Yeah, you sign up for a box service of Hungry Man's, but then they're like, do you want them all now? We can give you the year's supply now, or we can pull them out monthly, but it really doesn't matter. We have 10 years of these in the freezer. So.
They're all vacuum sealed and ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't even have a kitchen. I just make charcuterie boards. I have like a kitchenette, I guess. I have a George Foreman grill and a microwave. So I just
Oh, do
like
you have
the
a-
only thing I really make is charcuterie boards.
You know what you need is an air fryer. You don't even need an oven. If you got an air fryer, you can do anything.
Yeah. It's
It's
the new
tempting.
thing. It's all
You
the
guys have
rage.
one?
I don't.
I don't know. I really like my
You
George
do?
Foreman grill. I can make everything I need. I make quesadillas and grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm very low maintenance.
Jen was just mindlessly backing up the air fryer. She has no experience with it. She has no idea. Oh yeah, air fryers.
Because
You have one? No.
everybody's talking
Yeah, but
about
everyone
them.
talks about it. Yeah, I get
But
you.
they are really great. Oh my god.
I've been
You
asked
have one?
17 times
Yeah.
if I have an air fryer.
Oh, they're the greatest. And then I saw a commercial recently for a new oven that was that has an air fryer setting, and I was like, oh, that's bad news for the air fryer game because you can just do that in your oven, and they don't really. How do you sell that anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the air fryer can travel.
I mean, it's
True.
Again,
True.
you
You're
have
gonna
no
bring your
knowledge.
oven.
Jen, you don't know how big it is. You don't know if it can travel. You don't know how it's powered. What are you talking about? They're
I've
giant.
seen one.
They're
It's
big.
like,
No,
Oh, they're
pretty
really big?
And they got,
Oh.
yeah, I don't. I can't imagine. It would be the funniest feature comic move in the world to show up to the condo with your air fryer.
You know it's been done.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. Just
Definitely.
stinking up the whole hotel. And I'm making trout, guys. Do you guys want any before the show? Bringing it in the green room. Nah, I don't want to pay those comedy club prices.
Trout. That would be amazing. You guys are just filled with amazing ideas.
Oh, well, pre-show banter. I'm glad we didn't
Yeah,
skip it.
it's
banter.
Look at all
Johnny,
this
Johnny's got a slow start to the Nike Run Club this month, but I'm very excited about that. I feel like I know your family now from you screen grabbing, like all your family's, mileage. So now
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in like a Cold War with Phil, and I don't even know him.
Oh, Phil's a beast. He'll do like not like 9 miles, but he's smart. He doesn't do it 2 days in a row because he doesn't want to get injured. But I was running every single day. I ran 140 miles in May. I have run 2 miles so far this month.
I know. This is my month to shine. I'm really excited.
I told you, Andrew, I was taking
You
it
were
easy.
right.
I was not lying.
No, I was like, Johnny, you're addicted. It was like 2 a.m. He texted me, I was out for a run. I gotta meet this deadline. I was like, dude, you're an addict. But
It
then
is addictive and it is a competition, and it gets very like you get into it. You're like, oh my god, I gotta beat this person. Like,
but yeah, you've
Oh,
fallen off
Christina's
hard.
intense.
yeah, you remember last time when we were on the podcast? Remember, and I threw Jen under the bus for walking and trying
And
to.
I had
miles.
to delete my app.
Then I felt bad that you deleted the app, but
I don't care.
Sorry. Nikki.
Are you back on?
I got kicked out of Run Club for walking.
I just dropped out of masterclass.
The first rule of Run Club: no walking.
You gotta run.
You gotta run. Wait, you dropped
Damn it.
out of your master class?
I did. I called it quits on masterclass. That's it.
Too much homework,
Dan
or-
Brown, that was it. I'm out.
Was
Which
it
one
boring?
was it?
No, it was fine. I wasn't using it enough. Like there were some good ones, but then I feel like I stare at my laptop and my phone enough hours of the day. It was fine, I guess, in lockdown where I felt like I literally thought that was going to help me, but it seems like I still found a way to slack. So
Oh, so if you get masterclass, you have access to every single one?
all the classes, yeah, it's like $160 for the year. So I did a year.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
I did like maybe 6 of them.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
you
I know.
download them?
I downloaded some workbooks and that was about it. Did I
Was-
do them?
Was there any masterclass available on how to cook in an air fryer?
Yeah. I
No.
should teach that. I swear. If they let me on Chopped with an air fryer, I would mop the floor. I'm pretty good.
Masterclass. Yeah. Something
What
to
if-
strive for.
If you did
I'm
every
not fully bourbon.
masterclass, think how much of a genius you would be if you did every masterclass.
Oh yeah.
You'd be an amazing person.
Well,
I feel like I
Yeah.
would watch them and not do anything. Like I would just watch them to see what they say, but not do what they say to
Then
do.
it's like a TED Talk or something.
Yeah.
that was pretty much what I was doing. Like I would just watch them as I ate my lunch.
Yeah. You just watch it and get pumped, and then it's over, and you're like, back to my
Yeah,
life.
because it's like I can't like read a book when I eat. I eat a lot of Thai food. I always have chopsticks. My hands are full, so I just need to watch something. But I don't want to watch TV because my TV is kind of like mounted like in the nook by my bed, and I don't want to eat in bed. So I just watch.
Sounds like you're trying to recreate the ships by your bed.
Actually, seriously,
Yeah.
it is. It's ship life over there, man.
You have it mounted right above your bed.
You have a porthole.
Yeah. Portal window.
It's true. Are you guys gonna go back? I feel like you guys were discussing this on one of your podcasts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've seen offers, but they're like 6 weeks.
I hear that they're all gonna be like at
Oh,
least a month
no.
now. I heard of
Yeah.
this one comic getting a 6-month contract with Royal.
Yeah.
And his
Oh.
tagline is "Tickle my balls."
yeah.
That's his what?
Yeah, he has a whole bit about tickle my balls, and he's working 6 months. I'm like, I thought you had to be a clean comic to fucking do this, and here "Tickle my balls" is out there for 6
No,
months.
but 6 months, all those shows, think of all the jokes he won't write.
Huh?
Oh, that's not nice.
So you only get names on Patreon.
Yeah, we'll start name dropping after.
Let's just fast forward and get to the post show.
We're really good at dangling the fruit for the Patreon. We love cliffhangers now.
Nice.
Yeah, that's smart.
So if you want to know more about a guy who uses the term "tickle my balls,"
No,
make sure to
literally
join
nobody
the
else
Cavalry
cares.
Patreon.
Nobody except maybe Johnny and I. Jen might already know who this is, so I don't think.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who it is.
Oh,
Okay.
it's very exciting. I got the
But maybe if we Googled "tickle my balls," he would come up.
He better.
Yeah. If that's what he's known for.
I know. How disappointing if you. Well, you'd probably have to go through a few pages of results on
Yeah.
Tickle My Balls before you get to the comedy tagline part.
Good point.
Yeah.
Couple porn Elmo parodies.
Yeah. That's got to be the bit, right? I assume the bit is like a Tickle Me Elmo mashup, or no?
I really don't think it. The comedian's bit. I don't think it is. It's been a while since I've seen it.
We should try to reverse engineer the bit
based on just the bumper
Tickle me
sticker.
balls, like it's a pirate or something. I don't know.
Tickle my balls.
Well, I feel like we should go with Jen first on who needs backup.
We have to.
Because
I
I
forgot
don't
to
even know. This is fresh, and I'm excited to hear
it's
it.
fresh,
You're
and
saving
she's
this for the
excited, and I want to hear it.
I forgot to record this. Is it too late?
Oh, I'm recording, and so I
You can send it to
I
me?
can Dropbox it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's my back me up, guys.
Do you guys record your podcast, or do you just talk to each other on Zoom?
podcast. Sometimes we do just talk to each other.
Every
No, we
episode starts with "Whoops!" All right, now we're recording.
We record every single one. But when you got
Good job.
I
Did you watch the podcast masterclass? They said to record.
I forgot
What
we were
one?
doing Jillian. I thought we were just guests on your
No,
show,
no, no.
and I completely
I'll send
forgot.
it. Yeah. No, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Even though I introduced you on Jillian. Oh man, I shouldn't have ate that edible. Okay, this is my back me up. I'm gonna try and condense it so I don't take too long. Maybe like a 3-minute story. So like a couple weeks ago. So I go across the street sometimes to the bar, Residuals. I bring my laptop and I usually just sit there for like an hour by myself and I write and then I leave. Like I don't really, it's one of those bars where it's a lot of regulars like Cheers, whatever, but like I never talk to people really. But anyway, 2 weeks ago I was there and when I was done and I was about to pay, this guy was at the bar and we started talking and like he was really funny and everything. And then I left. And then I saw him again like a week later and we started talking again. It was the night before I was going to drive to Lake Tahoe to see Christina. So I was talking to him at the bar and I was like, I got to go because I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to drive to Lake Tahoe. And he was like, oh, I'm driving to Lake Tahoe also. We were like, what are the chances? So anyway, fast forward, me and Christina hung out with him on Saturday night in Lake Tahoe. Christina liked him, right? You thought he was cool?
I thought he was very cool.
So the sex happened.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you which one of us. It might be me or Christine. I'm just kidding. It was me.
I just watched.
So anyway, so while also the first night I met him, I said I'm a comedian. And he was like, that's awesome, whatever. Then in Tahoe, me and Christina were talking to him about how Tahoe would be a cool place to put on a comedy festival. And we were talking the whole time. So then fast forward, he was in Tahoe all week and he got back yesterday and asked me if I wanted to meet up for a drink. So I met him at Residuals.
Mhm.
He had just driven home from Tahoe. I assumed he would go home and shower. I know I'm not going to get back up on Christina for this one because she's anti-showers too. But
I appreciate pheromones.
he rolled in, went to give me a hug, and I swear like some of the worst BO
Oh.
ever. Like it smelled like he drove back from Tahoe like in 100 degrees with all the windows rolled up and no
Oh.
AC.
Oh.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh shit. I thought I might have sex tonight, but then I spent the first 20 minutes trying to figure out how I could nicely later on tell him he needs to take a shower if he wants to have sex with me. So anyway, we're still drinking. And then I ask him about the Tahoe Comedy Festival. I'm like, oh, what do you think? We start talking about it again. And he goes, yeah, he's like, it kind of depends like what caliber of comics you and Christina think you can bring in or who we can get, whatever. Because he's in the entertainment business too. He's like, what comics can we all bring in together? And then he like got really serious and like looked like right into my eyes. And he was like, I need to ask you a question. And I was like, what? And he goes, what do you do for a living? And I was like, I'm a comic. I told you that. He's like, oh, so you really do? Like, do you travel? Like, he started questioning me, which he must have fucking Googled me and saw that my website sucks, so that there's no tour dates on there or something.
Well, in
My
fairness,
tour dates all say 2019.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I was like really offended that he like questioned what I already said I did? Like, are you really a comedian? Or like, did he expect me to say, oh, well, I work at a bank, but I do comedy as a hobby?
No, of course.
Am I wrong to like be
No.
offended by that?
You should be. I'd be
No,
so
I would. Yeah.
And I have so many questions though. When you say he's like in the, did he tell you what he does like specifically in the entertainment?
Yes,
industry?
he produces movies for Lifetime.
So then, did you say, no? What do you really
What do you
do?
really
'Cause you don't really produce movies for
Because-
Lifetime.
Producing Lifetime movies, that can't pay anything, right? Like, do you do that? Do you do that as a hobby or?
You sure you don't work over at Pop Sugar?
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had that kind of like. So this was my feeling when he said it. I wanted to just be like, what the fuck? Like, do you think I liked you? But when you're only on date 2 with somebody, you want to keep things nice. Like, I don't want to be in a fight.
Yeah.
But he's already stinking up your house.
Thing come over. No,
That's a good time.
Sticking
to
up your
be-
bar.
Oh yeah, at the bar. Yeah. That would be a good time to tell him that he stinks. By the way, you wait for that insult. Yeah, I am a comic, and you smell like shit.
Are you sure you don't work for the BO network?
oh my God.
Yeah.
God forbid he like listen to this or something. I would feel awful.
I do think that Jen's right, where there's something very offensive when you tell someone you're a comedian and then they go, well, what do you really do? It's like, I don't even say that to like dorks that come up to me in the bar. I'd be like, you're a comedian? Me too. I just, I tried it once. I don't even call that guy out. I'm like, great, good for you.
Yeah.
Right. I hated that. I've always hated that when people try to, and sometimes it comes from comics where they try to differentiate between like pros and you're just an amateur, but us pro comics, it's like it's a very fine line, honestly. We're all sort of on a razor's edge. Like the pandemic showed me. I mean, it's you're very close to like pushing a lawnmower. That's that's where I was.
Well, that's why. Like,
We're
I'm
ripping on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
That was my second.
We all need a
option.
second job sometimes.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't only my insecurity, because there's many
No.
days when I'm like, I'm not really calm. I'm not touring. I'm not,
I think
So I
that'd be
didn't know. I want to make
offensive.
sure it just wasn't just my own insecurity of somebody saying that.
If I was you, when you were telling the story, if it was me and he did that, I would be like, I would be offended at first, but then I would like, before I like gut react, I would do some digging and like ask questions like, why are you asking me that? Like, what are you talking about? I told you did you, did something happen, or you don't think why are you asking me this?
I think he definitely like Googled me, probably me and Christina, because we were talking about doing a comedy festival together, like all collaborating. And anyone that does see my website would probably think I'm nothing. I mean, but you also have to consider that
But you
we're
have
just
a
coming out
website.
of quarantine, so I don't have a lot of dates on there.
I know, and
Right.
I don't know. I think it'd be insulting to anybody in any profession to be.
To
you
second
know.
guess them.
But I will say, okay, the one caveat is I think that does happen in Los Angeles more, where people are like, and then people who make money in the business, oh, I'm an actor or I'm a writer, like, okay, but what do you do really, And then, but like, if you live in, like, I live in Portland and I tell people I'm a comedian, they'll think you're famous, or they think, oh wow, you must be doing really good if you can be a comedian, so there is like an LA bias to it too, I think.
That's true. I agree with that.
But still, I would have reacted very poorly if in that same situation. So I'm backing you up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm backing you up too. I go with Andrew's original reaction, where I think he should have been like, yeah, I'm really a comedian. Do you smell that? Can you help me find that? I think there's like shit somewhere in this bar.
Yeah, I'm a comedian. You know what's funny? It smells like a skunk died somewhere around here. Isn't it funny?
Can I tell my story? I know I've told this on the podcast, but it's such a good story. The story of when I was renting out, I had to find someone. I had to get out of my lease or an apartment in Milwaukee early. And they said if I found someone that could take it over, then I could get out of it. And so I had to have people come to, I was like, I had to put out ads and have people come check it out. And I had this guy came and he showed up with his girlfriend to just check out the apartment. He's like, yeah, really interested. I'll take over. And then, and then it'll be mine after the lease over, whatever. And his girlfriend is like looking in the bedroom and he's in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. And I like farted quietly. Like it was a silent fart.
Those are the worst.
I know. I don't know why. Maybe it was a tummy ache fart. And I was like, I can't hold this in. Whatever. So he goes, yeah, it seems, wait a minute. Hold on. Something smells. It smells like there's like rotten food or something. And so I had to be like, huh. And I had to he was like, yeah, he started looking through cabinets. And so I was like, oh, I don't know. And I started helping him look for this source of this fucking terrible smell. And normally I would have just said, hey man, sorry, I farted. But his girlfriend had just walked in and I didn't want to be, I'm not going to, not going to do that in front of two people. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me look under here. I never noticed it before. And then, and then it kind of went away and he was like, oh, never mind. It's gone. Never mind. And then he ended up taking the apartment.
No, he was like, this is actually the perfect place because it's the place you will be the farthest away from. So it'll smell. But I love the fact that you were looking for something like, what could it have been that's going to smell like, oh, here's a bag of farts. I forgot I had this in here.
I just wonder if the guy noticed that the smell was moving with Johnny every time Johnny moved.
You do it's like you do the same thing when the fart makes a noise, right? You make an excuse as to where the sound came from. Be like, oh my God, my shoe must have, my shoe kind of twisted on the ground.
There's a shoe up my ass and I think it's
Oh man.
Anyways,
maybe he just got more respect for you, Johnny, after that fart. He was like, I need to live here.
Yes. What a cool guy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
Maybe
Christina?
Maybe he thought it was a threat.
Well, I feel like, let's do one of the Cavalry. What do you guys need backup on? I think one of you guys should go next because I already can't decide about. I might do a choose your own adventure from mine.
I can go real because mine's kind of quick, but this is sort of a convoluted. I'll tell the story and then I'll say what I need backup on. But my wife and I were walking our dog. We have this little dog named Trudy, and we've seen this person before. We ran into this person, as a woman and sort of a character, sort of a Portland character. She's by herself and she's walking her dog. And we didn't recognize her first, but then she was like, oh, yeah, meet my dog. She immediately introduced her dog, Go, this is my dog, Pocket Full of Miracles. That's the name of the dog. It's like a really, you remember that. That's a very unique name for a little dog. We go, oh, we've met you before. Heidi immediately is like, yeah, we've run into you a couple other times. We live in Northeast. And she looked at us like we were insane. She's like, I don't think it's like, oh no, we remember because your dog's name is Pocket Full of Miracles. So we're pretty sure it's you. And then she still was like, okay, and left very quickly, like we were the crazy ones. So what I need backup on is if you're gonna name your dog or anything about you, like if you're gonna have a face tattoo or if you're gonna like do something totally, you just have to take people's word for it when they say they've met you before, even if you don't remember.
Yes.
You know, you just have to trust. Like if you have a giant face tattoo and someone's like, "Oh yeah, we've met before," you can't be like, I think you're thinking of somebody else." You know what I mean? You just have to take it. So I guess that's what I need backup on. But like, just say, "Oh yeah, we've met," even if you don't remember. Like, just assume that they know that they've met you.
I'm definitely back you up, Magoo, on this one for sure. Like
Okay.
that's no brainer. Nobody has a dog named Pocket Full of Miracles.
Yeah. But I feel like I guess you could even okay, so what is your situation in real life? Like that was real life, but I mean in like, for regular people, when they say you've met before and you don't remember, do you play it off, or do you say, "Oh no, I don't think we have," you know?
I would always just agree with them. I always
Yeah.
pretend. I think as a comic, I've started always just pretending I met everyone because you don't want to offend.
That's
Right.
totally what I do. I always say good to see. I never say good to meet you when I'm walking away so I always say, hey, good to see ya. Because then it's like, well, this might be the first time, or I'm just seeing you again.
Exactly.
Do you want to know what's funny? Because Andrew, you used to be were you good friends with Jeff Dye or no?
Oh yeah.
So
I
I literally,
a long time ago.
because of him is why I stopped saying nice to meet you and always have said good to see you. Because I was this is like 7 or 8 years ago. I was in Pasadena at what was the bar that Melissa? Anyway, they did a comedy show upstairs.
Oh, the Beaner,
Barney's.
the Beaner.
Yes, Barney's Beanery, and he was there, and I think it was like right after he was on Last Comic Standing, and I walked up to him and I introduced myself, and he was like, "We've met before." Like he got pissed at me, and I was like, "Okay, never again."
Yeah, that's something he'd get mad about. But I don't understand getting mad. I will say I've had comics like say nice to meet you like 8 times, and after a while you feel like you have to just say, okay, we've actually met before. This is getting humiliating for me.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I did that with a comic in LA, and they were like, I was at the West Side, and a comic who was like more established than I was, and
tune into the Patreon to find out.
Yeah, I'll name the name in the Patreon.
Was I supposed to
second
save Jeff
tease.
Dye's name for Patreon?
Yeah, you can.
That was a
I love
freebie.
Jeff.
That was a
This
freebie.
lifetime. How many lifetime producers can they be? I feel like we can Google it and figure it out. But no. So this guy was like, "Nice to meet you," and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, man, I just feel like I have to say it. We've met literally like 8 times, and so this time we'll remember that we've met before." And then he goes, "Oh yeah, we've met 8 times. Name 4." Like he was trying to be funny, And then I was like,
That is
"All
kinda
right, we'll
funny.
name 4." And I named 4 times. We met at the Ice House. We met at the Improv, and then it was weird.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear who this is. I gotta write it
Oh
down.
yeah. Well,
Oh, that's so
my
funny.
lips are sealed.
On the Patreon though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about that when I did that. I was at Poncho's and I was like, "Hey, good to meet you." And the guy got like pissed, and he was like,
Yeah.
We have met." And I was
Poncho's?
like, "Oh, now I don't care because are you serious? You're gonna scold me?"
Yeah, I mean, getting mad about it is silly, but I do feel like, like if it happens over and over again, you have to. I mean, you can remark upon, "Oh, what's funny," like in a nice way, maybe.
But that's what I do. Like maybe it's just because I'm so insecure. But like if it's the other way, and I know I've met someone, and they're like, "Hey, good to meet you," I'll be like, I think we might have met before. Like I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know, but I think we did meet at the Ice House 2 months
Pretending
ago."
that you're not that sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
It might be that we were roommates for 3 years. I don't remember. It's possible.
I have a foggy memory too.
Yeah.
I hate when people walk up to you and they're like, "Jen, hey, we've met. Do you remember?" And I'll be like, "Yeah," but then I'm always hoping they're not gonna be like, "Where was it then?"
Yeah, the test.
I did
I
that
feel like
once
it's always
with,
gonna be a test.
I did that once with like a pretty prominent comedian a long time ago, and I saw him and I was like, "Oh hey, Christina Walkinshaw." He's like, "Ah," and I was like, "Oh, you slipped into my DMs like a couple years ago." And he didn't remember doing that. And I was like, you did after. Anyways, I'll tell you that name.
Ooh, that's another good name
Yeah,
drop on the
juicy.
Patreon. Whew.
Dude, this is the bait episode for
Love it.
Patreon.
When I was in college, I had a guy, this was freshman year, but it was like later on, I was on campus and I hear a guy go, "Hey, it's Beaner." And before turning around, I go, "Hey, it's, what's up, man?" And I totally had no idea. I was so pissed at myself. Like acted, it was like my best acting because I acted surprised. I was like, "Hey, it's, oh, what's up, man? It's you."
Oh, that's good. That's good to play it off. I'm actually very impressed. That's pretty good.
That is good acting.
Yeah.
Well, I
Made it feel
very,
more special.
I feel very backed up. Thank you,
Yeah, we're definitely backing you up on that.
Yes.
Christina.
What do we got? Get
Choose
up
your
this
own
roll.
adventure.
I'm going to give you a choose your own adventure because I have 3 that I think are worthy of the show, and I don't know which one to go with. So, do you want me to bring up something that's about LA, something that's about eating out at a restaurant, or something that's about age?
AIDS?
Oh, age.
AIDS. Oh, okay.
Gee.
But can you do one about AIDS? Yeah,
fourth one.
age perked my ears too. But
Let's do it.
What do you guys think? Choose your own adventure.
I'm gonna pick the restaurant.
All right, then I'll pick the other one that neither of them.
LA? Johnny, do you have a listening problem?
There's age, there's a restaurant, and then there's
LA.
well,
LA.
how about we do one now, and then we'll go to Johnny, and then maybe we'll have time, and we'll hit another one on the way back.
all
Okay.
right.
Way back.
Yeah,
On the way back.
we'll
Going
round
home
it.
from my topic.
I like it.
But back
I
to
don't
the
know.
whole question I asked you guys.
Age.
Which one do you
All right, yeah. Andrew called age first.
Okay, we'll do age. Okay, so as nobody knows, I have a blog.
Nobody knows.
It's taking a long time to get famous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, somebody's reading. Who would have known that writing in 2021 would make me feel like a fucking idiot? Like, everybody's like, you should be dancing on TikTok. I'm like, I can't dance. Anyway. So I have my blog, okay, and this is my passion project, and I'm kind of drafting a memoir of my 23 years doing stand-up. And, you know, what I'm trying to discover in my writing is like, you know, of course it's taking a long time to become famous. And it's just like a look back on my career and just for me to like figure out, you know, like what exactly happened? Like, did I always fall in the hands of the wrong people? Was I never the trend, the moment? Always yes to things I should have said no to and no to things I should have said yes to? Or is it possible I was never talented at all? So that's like the premise of everything I'm writing, right? So I have a story out there, and I make a reference of really obscure Canadian stand-up show in one of my blogs, and then somebody commented that, "Oh my God, I love that you brought up comedy at Club 54, right? Of Ben Guyatt." Like, anyway, she loved the reference, and she put something in there. So then I actually tagged one of my friends. And I said, you know, funny enough, my friend was on that show and she used that tape and she got on Star Search with that tape. So I think that I'm promoting my friend. I think I'm going, oh yeah, you know what? Like, you know, I know that show's kind of old, but I think it's still happening. It's just like not on TV anymore. So the second I post the comment, she texts me and she goes, please don't tag me in your blog or write about me. I don't want anybody to know my real age. And I was like, I didn't say your age. I was just promoting the fact that you used that TV tape and you got on Star Search. Like you did something great with that TV show. I thought I was promoting you. And she took it as I'm talking about, and I wasn't even mentioning her in the blog, but I do understand from her point of view how being on that show probably means you're well into your 40s. So I kind of understand that. But then she smacked me down one more time and she goes, just so you know, it's like really hard for like women over a certain age to get roles in Hollywood. And I was like, no. Like that's not breaking news. Like I was like, I know that. Also, you have fucking 3 followers on Instagram. Like, don't even. I don't even know what I'm asking for backup on. But did I do the wrong thing by tagging her and trying to promote her, or like?
No, I mean, if she had such a problem with you saying she was on Star Search, then you can politely reach out and go, "Hey, would you mind? It's just silly, but would you mind taking the comment down? It's just, this is the reality." But again, it's all tone and it's all the way people come at you. Like I will say, it is funny when you say Star Search. That's an old credit.
Maybe don't make a clip of this one.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, it's
I would have
like
thought
you
she
said,
was like 60 when you said Star Search.
Yeah, certain age.
Not in her 40s.
At least she's
She was
still
on the
alive.
Arsenio one. If that like takes off 20 years.
Oh, I didn't even know there was an Arsenio one. My bad.
There's an Arsenio one in the 2000s.
Yeah, there was a new Arsenio.
Well, we need our secretary to keep notes so that we know all these names we have to go through in the paper.
Yeah. Another name drop.
Not Jeff Dye.
Yeah,
He's
that
taking
one's
minutes.
free. You
Yeah.
got Jeff Dye for free. But
But she literally wasn't even in the blog. Like, I didn't write about her at all. It was just,
Yeah.
like I said, the reference.
Just in the
But
comment.
then I tagged her in a comment on my Facebook wall. So, like, minimal people would see that. And I was literally just trying to say I was proud of her for, like, using that tape and getting her papers and getting to go to America. I thought
How
it was
was-
really good.
What was the tone of her response? I mean, was it like, texting you fucked me, my career is over?
Well, I don't know if you've ever posted something on the internet and then somebody has texted you so fast, it is alarming. Like the speed in her text to me was the fright. I was like, whoa, you already saw that? Like, are you sitting on your laptop? Do you know what I mean? Are you just waiting for somebody to mention you on social media to decide, do I let that stand or do I make them take it down? But then she did kind of back away, but then she was just like, then she said the thing about how it's really hard for older women to get roles.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well, that's the part that's very condescending. I mean,
oh yeah, and like I don't know.
like you're not in showbiz. Yeah.
I'm not 27.
Completely back you up, and she should have been, but she probably also maybe hasn't done anything since then, and it's probably like a real stinger every time she's that's not your fault, but it might be real. That might have been the highlight of her career. She doesn't like to think about it anymore.
You should be allowed to just update credits, like even if you haven't done the shows, like Star Search should just turn into America's Got Talent after 10 years. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's a good idea.
You can just like modernize all of them. Like your Carson can be a Fallon, just change it on your resume.
Just change. I think that's a good plan.
I just picture that every time she sees or hears the word Star Search, she just gets this like twitch, like PTSD or something.
Well, I can't believe that you don't remember the Arsenio version, because if that's the case, and she thinks that people think that she was on the Ed McMahon version, then maybe.
No, I do remember
well,
that.
That's
it
what
came
I was
back
thinking.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was the Ed McMahon version.
I loved that show as a kid, dude. I was just obsessed.
So did I. I loved Star Search, and I watched the reboot too. A lot of good comics were on that show. Like Alonzo Bowden was on it. Like my friend was on it.
My friend.
I think Roy Wood Jr. was on it.
Former friend.
QB Rogers. There's a whole bunch of like great comics were on it. But,
well, yeah, and like I don't know. I think that people are very weird about credits anyway, and so maybe it is an insecurity thing. Maybe it isn't just an age thing. But that is the problem with Star Search. Is the first thing I thought of was the old one, and I've mostly heard about the old one from like comics on podcasts talking about how they lost to some, juggler or something,
Yeah. Well, it must be really hard if you lose to a dog.
But at least
there was a comic on America's Got Talent.
I know.
That came in second place, and the winner was a dog.
Yeah. I think you guys talked about this last week on your podcast, but you're right. AGT is, it's not fair that comedians are up against, magician. It doesn't make sense. But Star Search, at least it was comics against comics. And I think you each did like 90-second sets. They were really fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't watch it, clearly.
Yeah, you got comedians getting knocked out by people that glue glow sticks to their arms and shut out the lights and then break dance. Like,
Sounds amazing.
No, America's Got Talent is one big NACA conference. Like you have to follow like
You're so
400
right.
dancers or something. And there, one time at a NACA, there was literally this thing I followed called DJ Time Machine.
This thing.
And yeah, so basically the whole act was like 4 or 5 people just dancing around on stage to like a modern song, and then of course all the college kids run up and they're dancing around the stage, and then he hits a button and it's the Time Machine, and then they play like a classic, like a oldie, but something fun like Michael Jackson or whatever before people were
knew he was in kid buttholes.
The unpleasantness was revealed, and then it was like confetti cannons went out and like lasers and beach balls, and then the kids went crazy and everybody's dancing, and then it's like over and they wheel off their big apparatus and the button and they come out, and there's literally a guy, they say, and next Andrew Slater, the MC does no time in between, and there's literally a guy push brooming the confetti as they're on stage. And people are like sadly walking back to their chairs in the middle of my first joke. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get these bookings.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you book any?
I don't remember. It's always like not as good as you were hoping,
I used to, we had something similar to that in Canada, but I always got like just the cheap colleges. Like,
right. Or they're like, hey,
we're on a budget. Will you do it for 500? Yep.
I like it when they like route, like they all get together, like, hey, if we book him like back to back, he'll do it for way less. And so then you have like a show on Monday afternoon, and you have to get like 300 miles away Tuesday, Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
Good old days. Anyways, that's one of my back me ups.
Okay,
Johnny?
well, yeah, I'm with you.
Thank you. So we think it's like I didn't. My intention was to, sometimes
Honesty,
my intentions are
be
good and my
honest.
execution is shit.
And
but
own it. You should
well.
own stuff like that. You should just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was on Star Search. It was great. And if you think I'm old because of that, that's, and what casting director is like scrolling through your blog, you know what I mean? Like about to book them on something. Oh, they were on Star Search. They must be too old for this.
They've been around too long.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nothing's going to change if we all keep hiding behind our real ages, right? That's the
That's
next
it.
glass ceiling. Like, I'm 42. I don't care. I could look worse.
Oh, 42?
Oh.
Yeah, you're
Wait a
42.
minute.
Like, I
Aren't you?
didn't back up on that
Leave meeting. Leave
Stop the
meeting.
recording.
one.
Oh, yeah. Johnny thinks I'm in my 50s, so I
I know. Andrew's the oldest, youngest one here.
I'm the oldest 36 anyone's ever seen.
All right.
Oh,
My turn.
Johnny boy.
Oh gosh. All right, this is gonna be quick because it's so stupid. I hope it's quick. I'll be amazed if I get some pushback. So all right, so the office. So the office in our house. That's like the only thing I'm getting to design on, or not design, but put stuff on the walls. Okay, it's got a bunch of concert posters and stuff. So we put this Madison map on. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So I
I'm
wanted
just
to put
curious
something
what
up.
stuff is, but you go ahead.
Well, it's all concert posters, and then we put some big giant map of Madison on there. I don't even remember the specific because it's been in my topics file for so long that I forgot the.
So that's not your office where you are right now?
No, this is a green screen. I took a picture of the bookshelf in the office, but now I'm in the basement.
Oh, that really is a green screen? I thought you were kidding.
Well,
No, we both
Pull up
did
the
that.
curtain.
So anyways, so I was like, all right, we're trying to decide, okay, does this look tacky or not? Because I want to put something up. And she was like, all right. And her friend, Amber, neighborhood friend, her friend Amber came over and was like, Amber, come here. Look at this. Do you think that this is stupid, what Johnny wants to do? Or do you think I'm right? And she was like, yeah, I'm going to say, I think you're right, Aaron. Well, that's her friend. Are you fucking kidding me? That's not fair. That's not an unbiased third party.
Yeah, that's
So
not a jury of your
back up.
peers.
Totally not fair. We got to get, a jury is not a bunch of buddies of one side. You know, it's unbiased. They don't know. So I don't think Amber's opinion should count.
Wait, so I'm sorry, I got confused. But is the thing that is being voted on the map of Madison?
I don't remember. I think I did get my way actually afterwards. Eventually, I did get my way, so it's kind of a moot point. But she said, yeah, I think it was that we should have the Madison thing in the center. It's this giant, big, stretched canvas that we got, and I wanted to just have the wall full of concert because I have so many like cool concert posters framed. And I was just like, this is the concert poster room. Let's just keep it consistent. And she was like, no, it's too much. It's too much. It's too loud. Let's have a nice thing. And I said, no, I disagree. And then Amber came in and was like, no, I think you should have the map to break it up. And she was like,
why do you need a map of Wisconsin if you could just like go outside and see it?
Well, we don't use the map, you know.
Don't you live there?
Map. It's like
they're going on a
pirate ship, you know. The old
They're going on a road trip. Like, hey, make sure there's room for the giant map. Okay.
Giant canvas. Yeah.
It's in case you ever get Alzheimer's, so you can remember where you are.
Yeah.
All I know, I've never been to Wisconsin before. I am Canadian, but I did meet a guy from Wisconsin at the bar in Lake Tahoe when I was watching hockey a couple weeks ago, and he thought a power play meant that the goal was 2 points. So that's a mark.
You texted me that as if shaming me or shaming him, and I was like, I don't even know what sport you're talking about. You are texting the wrong person.
So you need the map on the wall, Johnny.
I've never heard of a power play.
I am not a hockey fan, but I know what a power play is.
Oh, you know what's funny is, Andrew, I was literally going to text you. I was too embarrassed. I was at my son's baseball game. So if someone's on third base and there are 2 outs and they get the person out at first, and that's the third out, you know?
Yeah.
But the person got home before the guy got to out at first, does the point count or not?
There's so many. First of all, it's a run. Not
whatever. What did I say?
The point.
I am so horrified for these kids when they've installed you as a coach.
You're a
He
coach?
keeps putting me on different duties. Oh my God. The first game, he was like, hey, will you be the third base coach? And I was like, I really don't know. He's like, no, you just stand there and kind of tell them if they should run or not. And I was like, I don't know.
No, it does not. It does not count.
But even if he gets home before the guy gets out?
Not if it's a force out. No.
I don't know. What does that mean?
So, you know, like the difference between an out, like tagging the guy, if they're caught in a pickle between second and third, and like at first base, if you tag the base before he gets there, you don't have to tag him. He's out.
Right. That's a forced out?
Base, yeah. So if it's a force out, the run does not count. But, you know, you shouldn't feel that bad because there was actually a very funny clip going around recently in the major leagues of a situation like that. And the guy at first base, he could have just ended, it was 2 outs. He could have ended the inning and just stepped on first base. Instead, he started inexplicably just running at the batter to go tag him. And then the guy from third scored. And then he got like so confused. He never stepped on, and then the run counted because the guy, he never tagged. There was an error, and then he thought he had to tag him out for some reason. So even a major leaguer was confused, Johnny. So you shouldn't feel that bad. But yeah,
I don't feel bad. I think it's a stupid sport. But did I already bring up my grievance with why errors are as big on the scoreboard as points?
No.
Runs. No.
What runs? Whatever.
Do you call
goals? They're called goals, Johnny.
Points and oopsies.
The points and whoopsie-daisies should be the same size. Yeah, that would be funny to come up with new names for errors. But yeah, no. What is your? I don't think you've brought this up before. What is your theory?
I don't even know what an error. Like I get, like people have explained it to me. It's like, oh, when they make a mistake, like Why is that on the scoreboard? Who cares? Like, what is an error? What is the definition of a baseball error?
Well, like baseball is like obsessed with stats, right? So if you hit the ball, they want to know whether it's like a legitimate hit or if the only reason why you got to first is because someone was so bad at their job that in a normal situation, baseline competency, you would have been out. But because they suck, that's an error, and you got on first, you don't get credit for a hit. So your average doesn't go up. They get an error. Everyone gets a bad.
So if you get walked, is that an error?
No, a walk is its own category. A walk doesn't count good or bad towards your batting average.
I never knew that. This is like a master class now.
I'm not even that big of a baseball fan, but this should be on the Patreon. I feel like I've never felt so smart in my life.
I know. You see the way all of us are looking at you like,
I know.
Yeah, I learned something too.
I could be making all this up, by the way. You guys could be like, oh, wow.
It's true.
If you hit 3 foul balls in a row, you get a Chipotle card.
well, I've learned something.
Yeah.
Me too.
There was a time where during the game where, because all the coaches always say, you know, when someone's up to bat, all right, plays at first, and someone was on another, I think it was second, and I think I said, I can't believe I had the balls to even yell it out. It's a bunch of people, I don't care what they think of me, and I said something, I was like, plays at first, or plays at second, because he was going to go to say, or something like that. And the coach really quick was like, oh, play, you know, like said something different than what I said, like louder. Like correcting me so the kids don't get confused.
What exactly was it you needed backup on?
What was the top? The decor of the room.
Oh, and then you switched to baseball.
Well,
I think I
don't remember how we got on baseball.
Oh,
it was
because of
Christina's
Christina.
power play thing.
I thought we were doing another backup all of a sudden. I was like, you need
I wasn't
backup
asking
that
for
baseball's
backup.
stupid?
Yeah, I was just asking, how does baseball work? That's what I need backup on. How do you play baseball? I've been asked to coach my son.
There's like a joke about, you know, second grade teachers or whatever. All you have to do is stay one chapter ahead of the kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's you with baseball, but you're not staying the chapter ahead of the kids.
I didn't do my homework the night before. I'm just learning with the
You're
kids.
actively teaching them wrong. I want you to get more confident, though, to the point where you can argue with umpire. Just like you're like glaringly wrong, but you're just like screaming at coaches and umpires. And
well, that would never happen. There's so many signs. These are children. The umpires are unpaid. They are volunteers. It's a game. Because there's so many wackadoos that are doing that.
It's a game.
It's a sad statement on our society. Oh, man.
Well, I feel backed up. All right, Christina, what's your 17th?
All right, so we'll go down to my last two. Choose your own adventures. Do you want my one that's about LA or my one that's about eating out at a restaurant?
Jen
I
wanted
say
the
LA.
restaurant. Oh, you're switching. You said restaurant last time.
The appetizer. Jen, I think you know what's funny is I think that I brought it up on one of our podcasts like a month ago. And then I said, this would be perfect for the Cavalry.
Oh, that's why you re-listened to that today.
I randomly listen to it because sometimes I don't finish podcasts and then they pop up and then I'm like, oh, I didn't finish this one.
Yeah, the appetizer question is a good one.
I feel like it is a good one. Okay. And then this is kind of gossipy too, because this is also about a comedy booker. So then this is baiting the Patreon. Put another name on the list, baby. Put another name on the under the bus.
Instead of us getting more Patreon, we're just gonna lose regular subscribers. All this is a big tease.
I don't care about any of this.
So I did my first road gig, I don't know, like a month ago. It was so fun. I went to Providence, Rhode Island, played the Comedy Connection. It was awesome. And went with April Macy, my old roommate. So anyways, this comedy booker that lives somewhere out there, not exactly there, invites us out to lunch, right? So I went on like a huge run that morning, okay? Like boom, 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 very fun. I meet them at the Cheesecake Factory. All right. Guy shows up, you know, he's wearing...
Did you shower after your run?
No, I did show up like Jen's Tahoe guy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You couldn't have been that bad.
I'm really not a stinky person. I was fine. I did like 5K. Anyways, So I'm starving. Needless to say, I sit down at this Cheesecake Factory and I am very hungry. Okay. And this guy's invited us to lunch, shows up in a classic comedy booker outfit, you know, Snuggie, Crocs and socks. And
Yeah, you can't just glaze over the fact that he was wearing a Snuggie.
I don't know why I can't get it.
Like a full, like the pajamas.
Like literally?
Yes.
It was a Snuggie. It was whatever, or it was a cape. I'll give you one of the two. It was a fuzzy cape.
Now, cape is a power move. That's like an opera booker.
And this
So
is
then-
a standard comedy booker. What, like you're saying this is like cliche? I've never seen this.
Never seen a booker. in a Snuggie.
Okay.
So then, again, I really want to reiterate how hungry I am. I've like ran empty stomach. I'm just like so hungry. So the server comes over and he's like, can we get like a order of pot stickers? He orders an appetizer. And I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, appetizer, right? And then when the pot stickers come, he eats them all. He doesn't offer any of them to us. And then on top of that, he ordered a turkey sandwich with Caesar salad. And then but he ate every single pot sticker. And then the turkey sandwich came and he's like, there's mayo on this. I can't eat this. I was like, but every turkey sandwich comes with mayo on it, first of all. And you got that Caesar salad, which is fucking dosed in like, it is mayonnaise basically in your salad. Anyways, I don't know why the whole lunch drove me nuts, but I just really wanted him to offer a pot sticker. Don't you think that if you order an appetizer, that that's like to be shared at the table? Or do you just like order an appetizer, eat it all, and then...
Well, okay. So the server first of all, what a Cheesecake Factory order. Pot stickers, turkey sandwich, and a Caesar
what I
salad.
said.
I mean, like literally just anything you dream up, they can bring. But okay, so the server comes over and puts the pot stickers down. Do they put it in the middle of the table or do they put it in front of him?
Yeah, in the middle of the table, and then he goes like this.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's no
There's no
He was
confusion.
ready.
There's no confusion that he's not sharing.
I really believed you were a plate for a second. Like that was real. That was really good.
I've never seen anyone use the Zoom space better.
Right. Yeah, you got to go on YouTube. If you're listening to this, you got to go on YouTube and at the 1 hour, 5 minute mark, see what Christina, how she demonstrated. That was perfect.
No, but yeah, you gotta offer one. And
Like,
pulling it over is such a fat ass move. I mean,
Like
like,
pulling it. And
Yeah.
you know what? I'm fine if you order an appetizer as an entree. That's a great way to keep the cost of the bill down. But yeah, I
Well-
just didn't see that one coming. I really thought he was going to share.
If you're
Who
not
paid the
going to
bill?
share, I think you have to, when you say, can I get pot stickers? Then you got to look at the other two people and be like, do you guys want an appetizer? I'm really hungry. I'm going to get an
Yes.
appetizer.
I would do
Right.
that too. Well, I'll tell you this
Point
much.
out that you're not going to share.
Usually Bill comes. I'm like, I don't care what you ordered, what I ordered. I'll just do a 3-way split. Like, let's just like split it 3 ways. But because that guy didn't give me one pot sticker, I was like, I'm just gonna throw in 20
okay.
because that's what I ordered. I had a half salad. I had like a half order of a salad and a water, so I knew.
Wait a minute, I thought you were really hungry.
I did, but I was feeling healthy, so I wanted to eat something refreshing. You know,
Unless it was something you didn't order and then you were mad you weren't offered it.
I was totally gonna smash that pot sticker. I know. Oops. But do
It
you
was
think
very
order an
rude.
appetizer? I don't know.
It's very rude not to share.
Yeah.
I would share. If I ordered an appetizer, I would share it with all of you guys. I would probably make you take one.
You gotta at least offer and just
Yeah.
like what I would do is I would offer and then I would just hope against all hope you wouldn't take one.
Yeah. And then he couldn't even finish his turkey sandwich. He had to get a to-go box.
Oh, embarrassing.
So maybe you should have shared the pot stickers and he would have enjoyed his turkey sandwich more.
Yeah. I've been accused of being a very selfish eater many times by my wife every time. But like I am, and so I totally agree with Jen. That's what I would do. I would say I would be like, I am going to get pot sticker. What the hell's a pot? What is it? I don't even know what is that. What is
They're
a
like
pot
dumplings.
Yeah.
sticker? No, that's stupid. So I would
No,
say I'm
don't
gonna get
worry,
pot
John,
stickers.
in 10 years, Burger King will have a version.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
They'll have
So I'd be like, I'm ordering this for me. If anyone else wants appetizers, go for it. But
Yeah.
I would specify ahead of time.
yeah. Or you say, "Oh man, I love the pot stickers here. I always get some pot stickers for myself."
And then eat them all by myself.
When I come here alone to the Cheesecake Factory
Yeah.
for pot stickers. My favorite pot sticker joint, the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm probably not getting booked at that club anytime soon. But
Well, I'm impressed that I just can't believe you wore a Snuggie out in public. I thought Snuggies kind of had their peak and then faded, and nobody was even ironically people weren't wearing those anymore. But I guess I'm
A
wrong.
Snuggie and Crocs.
Yeah,
Crocs and
Crocs. I
socks.
feel I don't have Crocs, but I could see Crocs.
Really? Oof.
Oh,
no, I feel like I'm just
I'm
like
not getting them now.
Got judged. You don't even have them.
I think he just got me at a really hangry moment, and so yeah, my memory of him will never be pleasant. But I really just think if you order an appetizer, it's to be shared with the table, unless it's a salad or a soup.
What do you think he would have done if you would have been like, "Ooh, hey, can you slide those over here? I'm gonna get one of them."
Yeah,
think
he would have
would've
had to have. At that point, he would have had to have relented.
And here's the thing, and then the server came and brought the basket of bread, and then he could see me. I just couldn't stop eating the bread. Obviously, I was hungry.
When the bread came, did you go?
For those of you listening at home, Johnny has executed a perfect Zoom.
That would have been the best. No bread for anyone except for me.
That would be a great move. I'm gonna try that the next time I go to a fancy dinner and they bring bread out. I'm just gonna literally put it in front of my plate. I love the bread. If you guys want some, you should order some because this is really good.
Christina was like, I ordered a salad because I'm trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
Pound of bread.
I eat a
A
pound
loaf
of
of
bread.
bread.
That's what always happens.
Cheesecake Factory. Great bread, great pot stickers. Turkey sandwich, not so hot.
Turkey sandwich comes with mayo.
Did anyone order the cheesecake?
Does anybody?
Does no one ever gets? I don't know. I never go to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not a fan.
It was kind of exciting. And we went to P.F. Chang's the next day. So,
All the
Oh,
classics.
nice.
super American weekend. It's
Yeah.
great.
Hitting the local spots.
Real mall.
Does anybody else need backup on something?
I don't know. I think we got to get to our post-show banner. I think we got to.
Show banner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for listening.
Does anyone have anything they want to plug? Should we all plug?
Oh yeah,
stuff?
plug stuff. First
Yeah,
of all,
plug stuff.
Jillin' off. You guys are listening on the Jill. If you're listening on the Cavalry feed, subscribe to Jillin' Off. Great podcast.
Yeah.
And
if you're listening on the Jill and Off feed, make sure you listen to the Cavalry. Very hilarious. I listen to you guys every Monday. And this week, I think I listened to you on Sunday. I think you posted even earlier, and I got it.
yeah,
That's probably.
sometimes-
Did you do it on the YouTube or did it just?
I subscribe, and so just like the second you guys post
okay.
it, I get a notification.
I like
And
it.
I'm always walking around New York, so I love my I love my favorite podcasts. There's other ones where I have like 26 episodes that I'm not listening to at all, but I'm still subscribing.
I know, and then sometimes the podcast feed will like sort of passively be like, "Are you still interested in this?"
Are you sure? Because you
Are
keep
you-
skipping it.
That's like I had all these before the election. I had all these politics podcasts, and it just shows I've like completely fallen off. Like, you seem more like a sports guy now. You don't seem too worried about the news. You sure you want this still?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. And that's it. Remember, join the Patreon. You guys, join all of our
We have a-
Patreons.
Yeah, we got a Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Jillinoff.
And I guess we get to promote
Excellent.
something. Oh wait. Oh, I don't know. Well,
Is that how it works?
Johnny's got live dates, I think, coming up, right?
And don't forget to read my blog, everyone. ChristinaWalkinshaw.com. Oh yeah, I have some live dates. I don't know.
Christina, live dates, the blog.
Well, I don't know when I can't I didn't write them down on my wall calendar. I think I'm at Side Splitters in Tampa on Labor Day weekend, and then I'm playing QED here in New York on like July 7th. And other than that, I'm doing jack shit.
Nice.
Good plug.
Nice.
You'll be burping.
Be burping through
burping.
that.
You're gonna have to talk me up to BT when you go to Side Splitters because I think he took over and now he's not responding to my email.
Oh, I'll totally talk all of you guys up. I'm also doing that Soul Jewels outside of Philly, which looks really fun in July. I think July 24th. That's like a one-nighter, which should be really fun. I'm starting to get spots, but I have to start trying
back.
or something.
It's coming back slow, but it's coming back, which is nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Awesome.
We're out of here.
Thanks.
Thank
We're
you.
out.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye, everybody.